So hi guys, welcome back to our video again. So in this video, we want to try out this new product that we will introduce, the BG motorcycle service kit. So it comes with a flush and then oil additive and also a fuel system cleaner. It says that it can clean the combustion chamber as well. The order of usage is the flush, engine flush, and then oil additive, and then the cleaner. So while we were doing some maintenance on the bike, since we have already tear it down, so we also got to add in this as part of the maintenance, and then we will do some monitoring, see the before after. Is it really useful or is it just stink oil? So first thing first, we got to check the oil level, so ensure that there is enough oil level to do the flush. If there isn't, we will top it up. So we will use a compression kit to measure the compression of the bike to set a baseline to find out if the flush really washed deposit of the piston ring. So the main purpose of this kind of flush is to remove carbon deposit built up in the piston ring and in the gearbox and some other place like your oil channel. So if it does, then it should restore the piston ring back to the right size, and then your compression should either go up or go down. So we remove the spark plug, that's the first step. So we can see here the spark plug is a bit wet, so it's probably running a little bit too rich. So we attach the gauge here into the spark plug hole. So you will have the gauge here. In order to get more accurate reading, you have to remove the injector or to disable the injector, so no fuel inside, to affect the measurement of the compression. The easier way will be pull out the fuse from the fuse box, but fuel pump is integrated with the ignition system. So what we can do here is to remove this injector plug just beside the fuel pump. Next, what we will do is we will turn it on and then start the bike. Okay, so we got the reading, so it's around 5.5, somewhere there. So probably right now we got to release the pressure and then reinsert the spark plug. So out of curiosity, we actually use the boroscope to actually see inside the piston top and the chamber before we want to install in the spark plug. I mean, just as a baseline to see whether the 44K actually works. So right now we will insert in the spark plug and then do the flush. Then we will dump in the flush and let it run. So it comes with a seal, so we got to poke the hole and then we got to pour into the engine oil hole. Just pour the whole flush in to the engine oil. So we cap back the oil cap. And one more thing we need to remember to do is to put back the fuel injector plug. If not, it doesn't run. And then we just let it run for 10 to 15 minutes. So just want to ensure that the flush cycle through the whole engine. Okay, so the time is up. We will just shut it off. Okay, let it cool down a little bit before we drain out the oil. Okay, so we gotta remove this 12mm bolt. Okay, so next we open up the 17mm strainer cover. Then we will take out the strainer and check. Okay, it looks pretty clean to me as per usual. So no debris or whatnot being caught inside. Oil pan. So let us look at the oil pan a little bit. So you can see that the oil becomes very fluid because of the flush. But generally, I don't see any bits and pieces around, so that's a good sign. We will switch our drain bolt with a magnetic plug. Okay. So this drain bolt fixed. So now it's a 14mm bolt instead of a 12. So next we will pour this concentrate in before pouring the engine oil. Okay, so the dipstick is pretty important right now, so you got to measure the correct volume. For the Honda scooter, actually just need 800 ml. So now everything is almost done, so we will do the compression test again. So after the gauge is set up, we will remove the fuel plug. Once you remove this and when we start the engine, the check engine light will be triggered, so this will be on. So we got our new reading here, so let us see is there any changes before and after. Okay, so to remove the check engine light, all you need to do is just plug back the injector clip. So what you need to do is just run the engine, turn it off, run the engine, turn it off, run the engine and turn it off. So do it 3 times in a row. The check engine light will be automatically removed. Okay, so we're here to fill up the tank. Before I add in the fuel system cleaner, the 44K. Okay, so we are just back from the fuel station. So you can see here the average fuel consumption is 56.2 as of now. So what we got to do is we will have to reset this. So the average will also be reset. And then we got to open up the fuel tank. And we'll pour this in to the fuel tank. so all the way in. Okay, so all set and done. We will be back in a week or two where we run the fuel. Okay, alright guys, so this is after about 2 weeks, plus minus here and there, and about what, 370 kind of kilometer. So we have completely drained one full tank of the petrol. So we're going to use the boroscope to check if the internal or the cylinder head is actually cleaned by the 44K. Okay, so first off, take off the spark plug. So the spark plug looks pretty good, dry, not moist. From the image itself, you can see that this is the before and this is the after. So if you put side by side on this particular screen, on the after you can clearly see that number printed on the piston head, which it proves that it removes some part of the carbon that is stayed on top. I would say that it's a pretty job well done, and we can also see the slight increment on the fuel on the before and the after treatment fuel economy meter, or the average fuel consumption recorded by the machine itself. So alright guys, thank you for watching this video. We will assemble this back and we'll put back the spark plug and we will continue to ride the bike. This will be the end for this video. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.